There was a scholar known as Abu Hafs Al Kabir. Abu Hafs Al Kabir. He came from Baghdad to Bukhara. So he left from Baghdad to Bukhara. When he got to Bukhara, they ornamented the masjid for him. And they placed different things like seats and meaning out of joy that this big scholar is coming and he will give us admonition. When he was about to leave the house, his wife stopped him. She said, "Where are you going?" He said, "I'm going to preach to a crowd of people in Bukhara," meaning in the city of Bukhara. She said, "Do you practice everything you know?" So he reflected and he said, "I may practice 1/3 of what I know." She said, "You should not preach that which you do not practice." So he stayed home for 3 years. He didn't leave the house for 3 years, attempting to practice everything he knows. After 3 years, he decided to leave the house again. When he decided to leave the house again, his wife stopped him. His wife said, "Do you practice everything you know?" He said, "I practice majority of what I know." She said, "That's fine. But do you have any rights, huquq al-ibad, any rights over anyone? Meaning, do you owe anyone anything or where they have a right over you for anything?" He said that at one point I passed a piece of land and there was a bundle of fruit that I took and consumed. She said, "You must pay that back." So he went out of the house and he went back to that empty land looking for the place. When he reached the place, he found that the place was owned by a Majusi, someone belonging to the Magian faith. So he approached the Majusi, he told him he took a bundle of that fruit, and he said, "Look, I will give you 10 darahim for this, 10 silver coins." The Magian, the Majusi said, "No, I will only take 10,000 darahim." So Abu Hafs Al Kabir agreed. He said, "Okay, 10,000 darahim." He went home sad, meaning Abu Hafs Al Kabir went home sad that now I owe someone 10,000 darahim and must pay back that debt. While the Magian went home and he went and told his wife that a Muslim scholar came to me and he told me he ate a bundle of fruit and he offered 10 dirhams, and I said to him, "No, 10,000, and he agreed to pay me 10,000 dirhams. Now the Magian's wife was also intelligent, like the wife of the scholar. She said, "This religion, the scholar of which accepts to pay you 10,000 dirhams, even though the value of the thing that he had taken wrongfully was not worth 10,000 dirham, this religion is correct. We must accept this religion." So the Magian was unsure. What he decided to do was go and call the entire the village of the Majusis, all the Magians. He invited them all. And he told them, "There is a Muslim scholar and he took a bundle of fruit years ago when he was a young man and ignorant of the ruling. But after becoming a scholar, he came to me and he said he'd done this and he offered 10 silver coins and I said 10,000 and he accepted. And now he will pay me 10,000 dirhams. But I went to my wife and I told her and she said this religion is correct and we must follow this religion. What do you think?" To the people of the village. They agreed with the wife. They said this religion does sound correct. Let's all go to his house. So hundreds of Magians, villagers, all went outside of his house. When they started knocking the door, Abu Hafs Al Kabir became frightened that they had come for the debt. Initially he would not open the door. But then they shouted. They said, "We have not come here for the debt, but we have come here to accept Islam." So this is the effect of a scholar acting upon what he knows. So some of them were asked regarding this, meaning some of the ulama, they were asked regarding this, that why do the people not accept the admonition of the scholars today? They said that in the old times, the people were asleep and the scholars were awake. So the scholars would wake up the people. Now the people are dead bodies and the scholars are asleep. So how can sleeping people wake up dead bodies?